Hey guys, it's me. It's time for our new video, and I am so excited to introduce to you some really special people. So if you'll all work really hard, close those eyes, and we're gonna try to use the power of our imagination to introduce some really special friends of mine. So I want everybody to close your eyes and let's see what happens. Oh, wow! Look, it's the data friends, or the fact friends. I haven't really decided yet. Oh man, I'm so excited. Let's see. We have the baby, All Reliable, the OG, the usual suspect, and the lookover. Man, are you guys excited to be here? Oh, yeah, we're so happy. Oh man, I'm so excited to have these guys here. So we decided to invite our fact friends so that we can learn a little bit about some firearms data. The firearms data that we extrapolated this information from comes directly from the FBI. Yeah, we decided to go straight to the source of the most reliable information out there. Although in light of some things that have happened recently, that may be a questionable decision. But we're going to go with that because it's the best thing that we have got so far. So some of the things in the arguing that these guys have all been doing has been about which one of them is the most dangerous. Now, according to the mainstream media, we all know the answer to that question. Good old usual suspect. Oh man, so dangerous, that 223556. It is the epitome of all that is murder when it comes to the media because it gets used in that super scary AR-15. Dang. This guy, most dangerous weapon according to media sources. But the FBI doesn't really think that that's the case. No, in fact, the FBI found that this is maybe the third most dangerous out here on this thing, or the fourth. Just depends on how you weigh things out. In fact, the most dangerous of all of these little babies is boom! The original gangsta. I'm sure there's a pun there that I won't mention. But the 9mm is actually the most dangerous of all of these firearms. In fact, of all of the different things that are out there, let's go ahead and look at all the fun that I've been having today. Ooh, look at that. Data points and statistics. I wonder what all those averages and numbers and calibers are for, and percentages. That almost looks like a number of how many deaths may have occurred in 2018, not to make light of that. But anyways, yes, according to these data facts, and I'm gonna pull up the fancy data points that I have. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at the piece of paper here. In 2018, according to the FBI, 10,625 homicides were firearm related. Of those 10,625, we took a median average of 68% across 10 years were handguns. 4% came from rifles, 4% came from shotguns, and 24% were unrelated because they couldn't figure out what kind of firearm it came from, only bits and pieces. So we can go ahead and throw out that 24%, or using the law of averages, we could disperse that 24% based on the other averages that were included and add them to the others, which would make the handguns about 73%, the rifles about 7%, and the shotguns about 7%. So what does that mean? That means when we break down using the averages of how or what type of caliber was used, I don't know if you can see that properly. Let's pretend that you can. Yep. Anyways, I can read them off to you. Anyways, what that means is that if we use the averages in terms of percentages of the calibers used, it means that of the 10,625 total firearm homicides, the .22 long rifle was responsible for 255 of those 10,625 using the data that we have when used in a handgun. If we bump it up to a rifle, it was used in a whopping 116.875. That means we had a total of about 370 deaths from this guy. Look at his smiley face, he's so happy. Okay, so going up, we're gonna go straight into the OG. This gangster looking dude. right there. Look at it. He's angry. Angry gangster. 9mm. So 9mm made up 19.6% of that 10,625 deaths. Homicides, specifically homicides. 9mm made up 19.6% when used in a handgun. If we go ahead and throw in rifle caliber adds another 0.4%, so nothing real big, but it rounds it up to an even 20. So we're looking at a total of about 2,100 of the 10,625 people that died. The 9mm is responsible for 2,100 of those deaths, and I'm sure that all of them were like crazy redneck hunters that were out there trying to kill dogs, hunting dogs with 9mm, maybe. I get the feeling that that's not the demographic that probably used the 9mm the majority of the time. I could be wrong, but I don't think that I am. So let's go ahead and go on to some of the other data points. Where'd you go? Oh, the baby, the new guy. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor, also fired from an AR style rifle, the AR-10. You guys saw a video of it earlier, and it was awesome in the wind, by the way. This is responsible for approximately 0 deaths from 2009. 2004. 2004 to 2018, this caliber, which is technically the longest range, fastest, most dangerous in terms of like ballistic capability and coefficient, this is responsible for 0. And it is primarily shot out of, I believe, AR-10s now. The weapon of choice for this is the AR-10. So let's go ahead and go to 5.56mm. The scary, dangerous military round. Another similar round is the .223, and we're going to go into that a little bit, but .223 and 5.56 are not the same round. They're just extremely similar. The 5.56 in 2018 was not used in a handgun homicide ever at all that they can tell, unless it happened to fall into that 24% that were unreported. Could have. I doubt it. I don't see the 5.56 caliber AR style pistol being used in many homicides, but I could be completely wrong on that. However, it was used in a whole 0.2%, which means 21 people were killed with a 5.56. In 2018, I'm pretty sure that there was this thing in Vegas and everybody was talking about the 5.56mm, which is a military round. That's what Uncle Sam uses. And the military style rifles and how it was used. It wasn't 5.56. No, it wasn't. It was a different round. It was the .223. Now the .223 does have a bit of a jump. It's 4.4%. It makes up about a fifth of this guy. All right, so 20%, 223, 4.4%. So yes, it's pretty likely that in a mass shooting or something like that, if someone is using an AR-15, they're probably using .223 caliber rifle rounds. But because we have no way of confirming that every single homicide that was committed in 2018 using .223 was from an AR, we're going to go ahead and rule out the possibility that it could have been just a regular old hunting round. It could have been a Mini 14. It could have been many different types of rifles. It could have been a handgun, but I doubt it. And then finally, the last round. We're being interrupted by invaders. Okay, I made a big enough noise that they stopped. That's okay. Okay, so our last data point that we're going to go ahead and talk about with our fact friend is Old Reliable, the 12-gauge shotgun round. Now, I don't know what kind of 12-gauge shotgun rounds were used in any of these homicides. I just know that it was 12-gauge. So that could have been a slug, could have been birdshot, could have been 30, could have been like buckshot, who knows really? I mean, we could probably find that out, but they don't record all of that data here. And for that matter, if it was just a bunch of BBs, it may not have actually been a 12 gauge round. It could have been anything that shoots a shotgun round. But according to this, in 2018, 7.4% of the 10,625 homicides were done by this guy, Old Reliable. And that's because it freaking works. We can see in movies and TV and media, and even in some, surveillance camera footage, that people use shotguns. Why? Because they're kind of scary and big, and they can be cut down to size so that they're small like a handgun, or they can be used. So they are. But the most common and most deadly round in the United States is the 9mm. Woohoo! What do you win, 9mm? The chance to be shot out of my pistol one day. Yes, that's an honor. So that's why I personally carry a 9mm, because it's cheap, it's readily available, and it's pretty easy to shoot. So that's why I carry it. And that's probably why, gangsters and criminals and people that commit crimes do it. And these are straight homicides. These aren't justifiable homicides. These aren't things that civilians did that carry firearms that are law-abiding citizens. No. These were people that criminally wanted to murder people. Criminals. All right? And we could go into more facts later if you want, if you ask and I get some enough comments. Maybe we can go into some more data. I'm more than happy to go into it because I like doing this kind of thing. More than happy to go into the data on how they acquired those firearms, because quite a bit of the data out there actually shows, they weren't acquired legally in most cases. Like more than 10%. I'm going to say more than 10% weren't acquired legally, if I remember the data points correctly. But I could be wrong. I may be off on that. Anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more data points on firearms as far as calibers and what their percentages are in being used in crimes and homicides. I think it's important that you guys know, because you know that the media is definitely not going to tell you the reality and the facts, and we're using their favorite people, the FBI. I mean, we're using real numbers here. So if you guys have any more questions, please hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe. See. And look, I'm
gonna face bomb my son who makes fun of my videos. There you go. Yeah, bullets, whatever.
Yep, that just happened. So I appreciate everybody's time. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. And my daughter's here too. Wow. Is there anybody else that wants to join in on the video?
Yes.
Sweet. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, or don't. I don't care. I'm just doing these for fun, and it's something to do during all of the time that I have at home, especially on the weekends. Not really sure what my daughter's doing, but anyways, Riley says hi too. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. Let me know.